Hey guys, as promised, in this episode of the Man Cave, we're going to be doing a little bit of a feature and review on the Xiaomi Mijia portable electric air pump. It wasn't so long ago that when we talked about a portable air pump, we were talking about something that looked like this. Yes, they were portable to a certain extent, but in the large scheme of things, they were still relatively heavy and bulky. They usually featured a long hose, and most importantly, probably a 2 to 3 meter long cable or wire, which you still had to plug into a wall socket or the 12-volt socket of your car. Now, smart guys would rig their motorcycles with a 12-volt charging socket so that you could use something like this on a long epic adventure ride or for emergency situations. Now, over the years, these portable air pumps have gotten smarter. We've made use of the great rechargeable battery technology that we have nowadays. They've gotten smaller, more portable, but I don't think I've seen anything quite as smart, as capable, and as well designed as the Xiaomi Mijia portable electric air pump. For those of us who enjoy our gadgets, Xiaomi is not going to be a new name. We've probably used one or two of their products at some point in our lives, probably something along their computer accessory line, their their tech line, telecommunications, that sort of thing. However, as I understand, the Mijia line is more of their homeware line. These are partnerships with third-party partners where they produce some really interesting products, and one of those is this really well-designed air pump that I came across on an online shopping site, so I just had to give it a little bit of a try. So in terms of what they're claiming, they're saying that this pump will pump anything from 3 psi all the way to 150 psi, so that's pretty impressive. And like I said, I don't think I've seen anything quite as well designed as this. So before we go into anything else, let's dive straight into what you find in the box. I love the way this thing has been packaged. There is a minimum of plastic, which is really important to me nowadays. Nothing but cardboard packaging there. You of course have the pump itself. You've got a manual there. Break out the magnifying glass. The print of the manual is really tiny and hard to read. However, a real plus is there is an English version for those of us who actually take the time to read the manual. Also included are a couple of accessories. You've got a inflation pin, typical for what you need on any kind of ball, a basketball, a soccer ball, a volleyball. And you also have a nice little adapter for Schrader to press the valve, which is important if you're going to be using this pump to inflate high pressure road bicycle tires, which usually have what is called a Presta valve. Other than that, you also have a soft carrying case, very useful to keep things together. And I like the fact that Xiaomi has gone the extra mile by, putting a little pocket on the inside of the bag to keep those smaller accessories organized. Good job there, Xiaomi. Great little package here from Mijia, really nicely designed, very compact and relatively light. Now, I really like the design here. That's the real standout for me. It looks to me like a large padlock mated with an old school iPod, and then out came the Mijia air pump. It's very easy to figure out. It does come with a manual for those of you who are inclined to read that, but honestly, it's super easy to figure out. Just release the air nozzle and you will instantly activate the air pump. It's got a nice short hose. You don't need a long hose when you've got something as compact as this. You've got 4 simple controls here. The rightmost control allows you to sort of toggle between the different presets. We've got preset for bicycle, motorcycle, car, and ball. Although I'm primarily interested in using this for tire inflation. I've got bicycles, I've got motorcycles, I've got cars. So we're gonna see how this little air pump does. You've also got, of course, these 2 up and down buttons here, which allow you to perfectly sort of tailor just how much air you want to go into whatever it is that you're inflating. By the way, you can toggle between PSI and bar, whichever is your preferred measure. And this button in the center is your start-stop inflation. Nice and simple. The only other control that you have here is this left side button, which activates a very useful LED flashlight. Most of us will keep our cars, our bikes in a dark garage, and if we're going to do any inflation, maybe even out on the road in a sort of emergency situation, something like this would definitely be very useful. Great feature there. Like I said, very well designed. I love the look. I love the black. I like the sleek features here. You've got a small micro USB charging port right here in the bottom, which keeps everything sort of very clean. It's something that doesn't have a lot of things sticking out that snag on things, so it's very easy to carry around. Definitely something that you would carry around with ease in the glove box of your car, or in your backpack, or in the top box of your motorcycle, and it would be a very useful addition, that's for sure. So the only thing that's left to do at this point really is to put it to the test. We've got several different scenarios set up. Let's see how this little pump performs.
First, I tested it on a scooter tire. 33 to 36 psi was achieved in 1 minute and 54 seconds. Next was a sport bike rear. A 180/55 tire at 27 psi reached 35 psi in 2 minutes and 56 seconds. Next, I wanted to see how this small pump would perform against the large air volume required by a car tire. 31 to 36 psi took almost 4 minutes. And finally, a high-pressure bicycle tire at 70 to 125 psi took just 1 minute and 24 seconds.
Now, she's small, but she certainly got the job done. We had a small scooter tire, a large sport bike tire, we had a high-volume car tire, and a high-pressure road bicycle tire, and the little Mijia air pump got them all inflated. Now, it does come with a 2000 mAh battery in there, which Xiaomi claims gives you the ability to pump up about 8 of these high-pressure bicycle tires. I guess it does depend on what the starting PSI is. And obviously, a high-volume tire like a car will take a little bit of time for a small pump like this, but as we saw, she does eventually get the job done. Something that I would most definitely recommend that you have in your man cave. Available on most online shopping sites for around 2,000 pesos. Shop around and look for the best deal. Now, if you guys like this kind of feature and want more, go ahead and click subscribe. We've got more features coming your way on motorcycles, on cars, on gear, on tools, machines, all kinds of gadgets, and all kinds of guy stuff. That's all I've got for you in this episode of The Man Cave. I'm Paolo Abrera. See you in the next one.